One of the most storied and beautiful venues in college football, Mickey Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. The Black Knights will kick off first, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Fullback's got it. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running inside. It's Allen. Maybe some room here. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
The Falcons come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening...
There he goes! He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Allen. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
Got it in the middle. It's long. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Third down play from the gun. Complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Second and goal for this offense. A run for the quarterback. He will not get there as the defense stops him again. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. They got stuffed on second down, and still they need 1 yard here on 3rd and goal. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal.
And this was looking like such a promising opening drive of the game. They had it down close. They tried to run the ball there on 3rd down, didn't get it. So now it's decision time for the head coach. Do you want to pay this thing off and go for it, get aggressive here, trying to capitalize and score a tutty?
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Falcons.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get this goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of a field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
He'll start this drive firing. Unleashes one. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it, they're on the run. He is in, takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Benson. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking to scramble. Nice move to keep running. There's some room.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Quarterback keeper. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. And the Black Knights are marching down the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Keep it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That's exactly what you'd expect from this brave old Army team getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, they know who they are, they know what they want to do, and they're going to run the football at you early and often in this football game.
Intercepted deep in his own end, bringing it back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Give to the running back. Finding an escape route. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll go to the fullback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Complete to the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
The run inside. It's Allen. They knock him down right there. Mikey Stadium, alive, a wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The clock stops for the man who is slow to get up. And the Falcons will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Give to the big fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Falcons. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Army has it back, and the offense ready to go. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession. Turning it on! Oh, spins away. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. He'll try the left side. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Running inside, it's Allen. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Give it to the guy with no neck, 2 chin straps, oversized shoulder pads, the big burly fullbacks. Those guys are awesome. They're kind of a dying breed in college football, but you love seeing them get the pigskin, fall forward, and hit anybody in their way.
Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. Got his man. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And I tell you what, when the offense doesn't show a threat to throw the ball to certain guys, it makes it a lot easier to defend. I like it when you slip in a little pass to the fullback where he can get some yards after the catch, have a nice positive game for your offense.
Can't get him to the ground. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. Could be an alley. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where he can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so...
Oh, he's got some space. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Falcons moving quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. He's in open space downfield. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Go.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Falcons go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Finds a little space. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Falcons, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Falcons. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Sticks it in his belly. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 9 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Ducks on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Checking in with the Army head coach coming out of the locker room. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. Oh, better look. That's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Run it with the fullback. Line getting set on 2nd down. Handoff to the fullback. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Making side adjustments here. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. And we've got a man down, shaken up on the play. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Howard. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Black Knights!
Man, we've seen in recent years the evolution of the tight end position, right? You think about Brock Bowers at Georgia, or Tyler Warren at Penn State. How about this guy getting involved in the option play? He's the pitch man. No one accounting for him. He's got the athleticism to not just catch touchdown passes or block for other people. Getting involved in the running game here on the option pitch for a score as well. Unbelievable job.
And the Air Force offense ready to take over. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback keep. Got a little grass. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Defense impressed coverage. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And he is stopped short. The defense gets it done on fourth down.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
The big fullback's got it. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. They ran it on first down, now on 2nd. Keeps it on the option. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's long. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll try to run for it. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
I love RPOs. It puts the defense in such a bind. Are they handing it off? Are they throwing the football? How quickly can I commit to this? And you see with the RPO, it just freezes the defense for a half a second. It allows the offensive line to set those blocks up, and they're able to go get the first.
Now on the option. Finding open areas.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready. 180. Go.
After the run, now to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
I feel like this defense really needed that, man. They need a shot in the arm. They've had some bad possessions, not been great. Nice job getting to the quarterback, getting in a predictable 3rd and long situations where now you can unleash that pass rush.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I'm not surprised by this QB, man. He's picking up where he left off, right? They've built a cushion, built a lead, struggling to stop the passing game, keep pushing the ball down the field. He's making the right reads, and this offense is in a groove.
This game is all but decided. Gives us a second to take a peek at the projected playoff bracket as we reach week 10 of the season. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. They go to the ground. Spins away from the defense. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it on second down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Give to the fullback. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And it looks as if we're going to get a timeout here as a man is shaken up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Makes the catch, and he's free.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's going to get loose. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to Davis. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Allen. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Okay, big fella, go get yourself some yak. How about the fullback making the catch and then showing you what he can do out in the open field?
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the... Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man, it's Dawson. He's got it down the middle. Touchdown, Air Force! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Black Knights offense will go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Falcons line it up with a 1st and goal.
Ready, go!
They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
22.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And some penalties you just can't take. Delay of game, that's right at the top of the list, 2nd and goal. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.
Go, go!
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.